Oh. Well, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Not exactly how I wanted to start the season. Not exactly what I was hoping to get. Get into. I did the preview, did all that. You know, you expect a little bit more coming from Allegri just for the very first match of the game. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in now. If you can hit that subscribe, hit that like button. Now we got a few people in here. I'll actually get started and actually say some things. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. You're in the Bianconeri Zone live, the post-match special after Udinese match. Whole lot of drama, a whole lot of everything going on. I'm trying not to. I don't want to lose it, but I might lose it a little bit today. This was a pathetic performance. There's no, there's no way of sugarcoating it. No way to try to be nice and try to say anything great. Especially me personally. If you've been watching the channel at all, you know how I feel about Szczesny. You know how I feel about Tech in the way I wanted Donnarumma this summer, and I just feel so validated right now. Feel validated with all my doubt, all my skepticism that what Szczesny brings to the club is not what they need in a starting goalkeeper. A club that has so much tradition and so much history with goalkeepers, with Gigi Buffon, with Dino Zoff, whoever have you in the history books. And then we got Szczesny. This is who we're stuck with. And it's the same shit that we got stuck with. And the reason that I'm pissed off is because we look back at it and look back what happened in 2018 where Buffon got pushed out. Also, again, he got pushed out. Let me go and finish that thought. He got pushed out, and then we got Tech, and then we could have had Donnarumma this summer, and that's how it is. And that's what I'm pissed off about, is that Donnarumma could have been signed this summer. And also, with the deal with Locatelli, am I allowed to be pissed that Locatelli was free for 2 years, and you still couldn't find a way to sign Donnarumma on a free this summer? That seems ridiculous. There's the reports that Allegri had all of his faith in Szczesny. Absolutely embarrassing. I wish there was somebody else here for me to talk to, so I can take a breath from my frustrations. But it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in there. How's everybody turning out here? Not good. Not bleeding good, guys. It was. I mean, if I'm gonna be realistic, I'm gonna bring myself down a little bit. I'd say it was a tale of two halves. You come into the match, you get started off on a high note. Dybala comes in and looks like Dybala of old, the Dybala you want, the Dybala I want, the Dybala that we want to see at the club. You got he scores in the first 3 minutes. I think he was assisted from Juan Cuadrado, and then a little bit later you had Dybala having the vision to make that pass to Cuadrado, and then Cuadrado to finish the man 1-on-1. Beautiful, fantastic. It was a great first half. It was the first half that I felt like, okay, now we're seeing some Allegri ball. And then we have it. Hey, guys, if you don't mind, if you're in here and you're watching this, I know you don't like the match of what happened, but if you could hit that like button for this video, I'd really appreciate it. Really help me out here while I'm slugging through and angry and upset talking about Juventus and all that's going on. Let me address a couple of you guys while you're here. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Fix. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It's disappointing to say the least. We cannot argue not a full team as Locatelli and Chiesa weren't there. 2 points behind already because of defensive blunders. And that's one of the things that pisses me off most. That's something I harped on, is you can't afford to drop points early on. And we didn't even, obviously, this is a bit of a stretch. Last season we dropped points for the second match of the season, and then we dropped points like a few matches following that one. First one, we at least got started on a good point. We're not even getting started on a good point. Going to Udinese, dropping points, you get 1 point, and then you have Inter, who looks like, and again, I don't want to go crazy with, acting like they're going to be, whatever it is. But at the same time, Inter looked good. They looked very, very good against who they play. Was it Bologna? Is that right? Or Genoa? Genoa. Yeah, because Ravella was playing. Not a good look starting off, especially when your rivals are starting that hot early on. We did get to see Locatelli and Chiesa come in, but it really was in kind of garbage minutes. Phoenix says not good. Absolutely agree with you, Phoenix. Not a good look at all starting off. Pretty hot and heated right now. Was hoping to start off and actually have an enjoyable, an enjoyable way to talk about a little bit of this, especially with all the rumors that happened early on. Here's what we're going to do. Just FYI, right now we're doing, if hopefully you guys will stick with us, what we're going to do is we're going to do a live right now, just talking about the match and everything going on with it. Immediately after, it'll be probably a shorter-ish live. We'll see. But then we're going to split it in half, and we're going to do another video that's a live stream as well, where we'll be talking about all the Ronaldo nonsense and stuff going along with that. We just want to separate and keep things separate right now. Juventus right now, it seems like Juventus and Ronaldo are separate topics. I just want to keep it separate and not go on a Ronaldo's rant or whatever has it right now. I want to focus on the team as a whole. Let's see. Dax says Szczesny out. I mean, Szczesny was hot garbage today. Literally beat Juventus on his own. Just with stupid mistakes, stupid, egregious errors that we rant and rave against Bianconeri for and about all the time. We never forget that. It's ridiculous. Joseph's, bruh, absolutely. Yeah, VAR. Yeah, I was about to. Yeah. And Rashawn says it was not offside. I don't know. I didn't really get to see. I saw it real quick, a quick flash of it. I don't know if it was offside or not, but it's just ridiculous. I was about to, all that comes with the Ronaldo stuff right now. He about made everything better for a second there. It's unfortunate it didn't play out. I think it says I wasn't on the Donnarumma hype train before. Now I regret not signing him. I think a lot of people are going to feel that way, throughout the season, especially if we see a lot of more performances like this from Donnarumma. Or not from Donnarumma, sorry. If we see performances like Donnarumma has at PSG, and then we'll see whatever Szczesny keeps doing, which Szczesny has just, regressed so much from, I want to say, from the 2019-2020 season, he was solid. And then after that, literally I want to say about halfway through last season, he looks like a totally different player out there. Looked awful during the summer when he played for Poland. And this is what we're getting, just more of the same. Main Triangle says, how is Szczesny our first goalkeeper? He's bad. Unfortunately, we didn't sign the one guy who we needed the most. The one guy we should have gotten, who was free, who really, I completely believe that Donnarumma wanted Juventus. Why else would it have taken so long for him to sign for PSG? He wanted Juventus. He was trying to get it to happen. It never happened. That's what I believe. You can't tell me anything differently. Dax, yes, Szczesny is terrible. Oh, Szczesny out. Szczesny is terrible. A lot of Szczesny outs, and I can't really disagree with you right now. Sayak, thank you for unfortunately, I wish you weren't right, or I wish I wasn't right, but yeah, Sayak was saying he didn't really need Donnarumma. We need Donnarumma right now. It would have worked out a lot better for us currently. Daxel says, how did he let the ball out of his... Dude, I don't know how that happens, especially when you're a goalkeeper of his I don't want to say his pay rate, but whatever have you. It's ridiculous. There's no reason for that to happen. Was it Bopo? No one's sorry for sorry for Szczesny. Szczesny is sorry. I don't feel sorry for Szczesny. It's all his bleeping fault. Let's see. I knew going to the season that sticking with Szczesny over signing Donnarumma would cost Juve. Absolutely. I'm going to let everybody who wants to have their voice and not hating on Szczesny, but you know what I mean, coming at it for, okay, here we go. Okay. Lasciarella says, you people need to stop whining. We're supposed to beat freaking Udinese more than one goal. Even if Szczesny made a mistake, you're supposed to beat crappy Udinese. Absolutely. I mean, you definitely should. The problem is, though, is Szczesny gave up the 2 goals to make it. Otherwise, it was a, comfortable. I had predicted a 3-1 victory. I feel like that should have been what should have happened. But Szczesny literally gave them both of those goals. So, I don't know. I think people have a right to hate on Szczesny right now. Tommaso says maybe the game would have been finished better if Chiesa started. Potentially. You never know. I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Whatever happens. Let me pull up some of this stuff real quick. Oh, no. All right. I mean, I guess I could talk a little bit about the beginning part. I don't know. I don't think you all want to hear any positives right now. I'm not here really for a lot of the positives. The first half was good. Dybala looks like the guy we should focus on for the future. At least he did in the first half. Second half, totally different game. I'm not saying Dybala, but just overall, the team just... It looks like they were comfortable. They packed it up and they went home and let... and I can't even say it was Udinese did whatever they wanted. It was just blunders on our part. Let's see. We're going to be good once Allegri's done experimenting. I think we will. I think we will turn it around. The problem is I don't want to get to a point where we turn it around and it's already too late. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get to a point where, yeah, we turn around and we're getting 3 points or whatever. We're winning. But then Inter, Roma, or whoever else could be ahead of us at that point, Milan, Atalanta, whatever, are already 12 points ahead of us, and then we've got things figured out, but nobody's losing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm frustrated with. I don't want more of that shit that we had last year. Sorry, I'm going to keep my cussing down. I'm trying to do that. Try not to cuss a lot. Guys, if you're here, appreciate it if you like, if you subscribe, join our channel. I know right now might not be the time that makes you most excited and most happy about joining a Juventus channel or whatever have you. Just do it, please. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Kashav says, "Man, new season, same start." Yeah, not a good look. Not something really to get you excited for the season going forward, especially going through a team that is perpetually a 12 to 14 ranked team, or a finishing team in the league. So definitely doesn't look good. Lascivella says, Mattia Padin is better. I don't know. I mean, honestly, here's the thing. I said before, and I said it during the summer, I was like, Padin looked better, but the problem is I feel like the only time he looked better was playing against Juventus. Every time he was unstoppable against Juventus, but then he looked like crap against other teams. So it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know which one you start over that. I mean, Szczesny's bad, but I don't know if Szczesny is still worse than Pradine. It's just we don't have good options, and that's what makes me worried about the future. I know people were asking me the other day during a live stream is, who do you go for? Like, who's going to be the keeper of the future? And to me, I feel like that guy is, if there is a keeper for the future that wasn't Donnarumma, that maybe that guy's out there and we just don't know of him yet. Maybe he's too young. I don't know right at this point. Del Juve Piano says, remember, Allegri is always a slow starter. We won't see the best Juve until November, December. Absolutely. I mean, I do agree with that, but to me, there's just no reason. We started well enough this game that you finish it. Szczesny bleeped it up. That's all it is. Again, Haneen brings it up as well. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. I honestly don't think. I know everybody's going to switch and go to the other guy. You're going to go to Petty, and you're going to go to whatever. We saw it all summer long with why not Fagioli, why not whatever. And it's like these guys see, Allegri sees these guys in practice. He knows who's a better quality player. May just be we don't have great. Well, I mean, it's factual right now. We don't have a great quality keeper right now. And Shav's asked, why didn't we get Zidane over Allegri? I don't know. I'm a believer in Allegri. I'm not saying this is Allegri's fault. I mean, I don't think this is Allegri's fault. I think it's Szczesny's fault, to be honest. That's who I'm putting it on right now. A lot of missed opportunities either way, but at the same time, Szczesny, both of those were just, he went for the guy's legs instead of going for the ball and gave up that penalty. I don't know. Like, I don't. It's not fair to play the why didn't we get Zidane card. We don't know if Zidane really wanted to come to Juve either at this point. So I'm not going to go fully into that train yet. Joseph says, at this point, I'd give Pradine over or Pinsolio a chance. I think there's an argument to be made. I think if it would have happened a little bit earlier and Tech's blunder happened, with like 20, 30 minutes left, I would have pulled him. And tried to give Pinsolio or Pradine a shot. I think that might be a little bit of a hot topic or a little hot take, really. But I don't know. I feel like after you bleep up twice, yeah, I'd probably switch him out. Fixes could see Padine being a starter. Again, I just don't think Padine's that good of a player, honestly. I mean, he could be fine. I mean, I don't think that's where we need to be heading yet. Joseph says this isn't even Allegri's fault. Tech brought down the morale, and they played like shit. Absolutely. That's really, I put this entire loss on Szczesny. I don't put it on, people, regardless of all the blunder or all the speculation, news blunder, BS that's going on with Ronaldo, him, being offside, obviously it's not his fault. Nobody's putting it on Ronaldo, obviously. But I'm just saying, to me, it's all on Tech. I don't know that you can blame a coach or any other player at this point right now. The guy smiling after 2 giving away goals. I saw a little bit. I don't think he was like a serious smile. I think it was a frustrated smile. I don't think it was, I would imagine even Tech, as much as we want to be upset at Tech, I don't think he's, happy or, really, I don't think those are real joyous smiles, Edgar says Szczesny's in the wrong position in Juve. He should be head of the CSR department. That's fair. Dybala was so amazing. Dybala was solid. Dybala was, as much as I want to, bitch and moan and complain on this live right now, I have to give Dybala his due. Dybala looked really good, and that was something that I want. All the stuff that I wanted to see. All that just kind of went out the window now. Hey guys, if you're here, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. If you're not new here, just hit the like button. Anyway, I do want to give him his credit and his due because Dybala looked good. One of the things that I wanted to see going into this is how did Dybala look? Did he look healthy, or did he look like a guy who still had a nagging injury or whatever have you? He looked good. He was in there even at the end. There, he was trying to get that last goal, that winning goal to try to make up for Szczesny and what he did. My boy Dybala, I think. And I wanted to have more fun. I was really hoping to get into this, actually have a more fun live. For the very first live that we were doing, or we did a post game, but it was like at the end of the night kind of thing. But I wanted to do a post game live that was a little bit more fun. And I was going to ask you about some of your game day traditions and all that. That shit just went out the door. Maybe once we calm down a little bit, maybe I'll try asking. But I don't think anybody's in any mood right now to do any of that. It's really disappointing. Joseph, one more whatever have you, and I'll like the video. Yes, whatever have you. I'll get into that here in a minute. I know there's so much stuff. You guys, you realize, okay. And I knew it when like doing stuff in radio and stuff too. People would always say, like I said, and stuff and all that. You're always trying to fill some time and space between your thoughts processing and your brain. And as you get older, it runs even slower, especially after you have a kid, because all you can think about is the nonsense with the kid. My brain is starting to do that, and now I'm just trying to fill, so I'm not just saying every time. Now it's whatever have you, or such as, or some nonsense like that. Anyway, I'm going to sound stupid a lot. Edgar, the decision to let Donnarumma slip away was not a good one. No, not good, Bob. That was not good, Bob. Not good at all. No, it was horrible. God, I wish we had Donnarumma. Goku says that Tech has been making a lot of mistakes like this. We need a goalkeeper. Yeah, and that's why I thought it was apparent, not a done deal, but you know what I mean. I thought it was obvious and apparent that Donnarumma is what Juventus needed this summer. Again, because our midfield was, who cares? I'm gonna cuss a little bit because the midfield was just such shit that you had to go after Locatelli. But I'll be honest. There's some people I talked to before who agree with me. I would have honestly, even before signing Locatelli, I'm so glad we have him. I love this kid. He's a Juventus fan. Yada, 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 all that great stuff. Not taking anything away from Locatelli. I wish we would have gone after Donnarumma first. I mean, I wish they would have had him in first, but I wish they would have gone after him and signed him. To me, I feel like he's much more important for the long-term picture when it comes to Juventus. Yes, a midfielder helps, but then you also still need another midfielder more than likely to really get to where we want to be. Usman says, let's all calm down. Tech had a bad game. If this carries on until next summer, when we should be concerned, it's just the first game, Juventinos. I appreciate you trying to be the voice of reason, but that's not what we're doing here, damn it. No, I'm just kidding. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate you trying to be the voice of reason, and you want to take it calm. It's just, we lived through last season already, you know what I mean? We don't want to live through this all over again with dropping points, and then trying to make a run just to even make Champions League next year. I think some people are worried about that. Mr. Tex says Ronaldo is definitely thinking about leaving now. Yes. Calogero, and I apologize if I said that wrong. Let me know. Calogero. Donnarumma on a free sounds great right about now. Yeah, Donnarumma is just what the doctor ordered. I felt like that earlier, but here we are. Yeah, and that's fair too. A lot of what ifs. If Bendiger scored and didn't hit the post, we would have won as well. Yeah. Home at Juve. It's only the first game for the Juve, but what have you done, Szczesny? And that's the big question. That's the big issue. Not question. The big topic is you've seen him kind of regress over the last, I don't know, well, not 6 months, but last 6 months of play of last season and then into this year. He doesn't look like the same player. He's not the same guy who I want to say it was at the beginning of last season where I was really giving him praise because he made some pretty phenomenal stops, and he's just not doing that now. He's literally giving away goals at this point. I don't know. I mean, I think it's fair. At first I was about to say I don't want to hate on Szczesny, but at this point I feel like Szczesny is the one who is completely at fault right now. There's nobody else that we can really point to that we can be pissed at. Fixes Ronaldo's not a defender, so not relevant. Our attack as the first half was fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. It's not. Yeah, he's not really relevant right now. He'll be relevant to the story that we'll bring up here in the next live that we're going to do following right after this. We'll talk about that, and we'll see what the latest nonsense with that is. See if I have a rundown of that a little bit. Anyway, let's move on. Gavano said, technically, it's all Allegri's fault for wanting Tech over Donnarumma. That's fair. That is fair to say that. I wonder I don't know, all the nonsense that's been going on with Juventus and the talk of, how much money we have, how much money we don't have, how we're able to afford this, whatever. And then the stuff with the Locatelli deal gets done. And then, there's no money being spent right now at this point. I don't know. I wonder how much of it was Tech's fault. I wonder how much of it was Allegri's call when they say that. Because there's so many reports that, I don't know at this point what I believe. Yes. Yeah, maybe I will just talk about everyone. I'll throw these up there. But, it's all right. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. We're only 2 points behind, guys. It's just 2 points behind. And then after next game, we'll be, it's only 4 points behind. It's all we are. We're good. It's only 4 points. And then we slowly dig that hole, and we keep digging that hole like we were last year, and then we're doing the same shit all over again. Joseph says, Dybala looked great. He's still going back too deep, but he looked good up until the end where he looked tired as hell. Yeah, he did. I think he was putting in a lot of effort, making up for a lot of other players today, but I'm very happy to see Dybala back, and I'm hoping he stays healthy. I really want Dybala to be able to be healthy for this season and actually be an integral part of this team. I really, I think we overall miss Dybala and what he brings, to the table in here. I'm trying to think. Let me know, guys. Do you want to do ratings and stuff like that in this live today? Because I think what we're probably going to do in the future is I'm probably going to be looking at trying to go in and do post-match ratings, whatever have you. Maybe in a separate video after we do and just talk about the game. Hopefully in the future we'll have other people with me talking about it. But let me know in the chat if you want to do ratings in here. I can just do it like that today. Don't know how. The problem too is right now, because it's different than I used to do. I used to do ratings, and if you went to our site, I used to do the ratings, and I'd go through and I'd be taking notes, and I did a lot of in-depth analysis and stuff like that before I came to my final number. This is going to be a little bit more of a from the heart, more of a feeling than it is a intellectual rating, if that makes sense. Yeah. I hate the offside rule. Not a fan of it. Don't need it. Hey guys, if you hit, we got like about 30 people in here. If you could hit that like button, do me a big favor. Hey, Edgar, we should have paid hefty Rayola agent fees. Yeah, I was saying that as well. And I'm sure somebody's gonna come up with a reason why we couldn't. I'm sure there wasn't, but I feel like this is one that's gonna haunt us for a while. I feel like losing Donnarumma. Superdog Bella says, why do they keep Buffon? Szczesny played very poorly at the end of last season. Remember the Coppa Italia Buffon? Why? I think you meant why didn't they keep instead of Szczesny? Buffon played instead of Szczesny, then they allowed Donnarumma to slip. To me, that's one of my biggest regrets as well. I mean, obviously I talked about losing Buffon in 2018, but the fact that Buffon went and left the club, he also made his comments. And here's the thing. I love Buffon. The man is the reason I'm a Juventus fan. Him and Del Piero together are the reason I'm a Juventus fan. But he made the comments after he left Juventus saying about how just like the fan base is too negative or too toxic or whatever, the BS that people say nowadays. And I get it. Sometimes people can go crazy with the European football and everything like that. But like if you're a fan of any team, people are insane. That's why they're called fans. They're fanatics. That's what fans means. It means fanatics. It means people that lose their bleep, that are impassioned about the game, whatever have you. They're going to yell and bitch and moan and complain, and they're going to come over here and light a fire into your ass and yell at you and stuff like that. Yeah, I would love people not to be that way. But at the same time, that's part of the job. That's part of the game. You're going to have people that are like that. There are people that are going to be what you call toxic or I don't want to say dirty, but you know what I mean, like fans that are harsh or whatever have you. That's part of the game. That's why you get paid millions of dollars to do this. I don't think it was fair for him to say that or not fair, but I just think, why would you say that at that point? But yeah. Anyway, but that's my point though. Besides that though, was getting back to, and sorry, I'm still very scatterbrained when I'm trying to do these. Hopefully I'll get better at doing that. But yeah, I would rather have kept Buffon than Szczesny. Obviously, it didn't work out that way for many reasons. Buffon's ready to move on and whatever with his career. But Buffon, I feel like, is still twice the goalkeeper that Szczesny is right now. He's the GOAT for a reason. Henning says, Justin, whatever you have, Giuseppe, it is what it is. Yeah. I say whatever you have. Giuseppe says it is what it is. His sound a little bit probably more elegant than mine because there's something to the people that speak other languages as their primary language, Italian, whatever, where it sounds a little bit whatever, and mine's American saying whatever you have, it is that shit's what it is, Dax says, can't wait to see the City highlight notification. Yep. Oh, and and I'm not trying to be that guy, but Football Italia, people like that, whatever, they're going to be pushing. That's what you're going to hear. You're going to hear so much of the the Juventus fail, whatever, all that crap's going to be piled on today and tomorrow morning. So get ready for that. Look forward to that. Fix says, Dybala looks like classic Dybala. Once Chiesa and Locatelli are starting, we'll see how it really is. And that's another thing, too, is like, I do feel confident in Dybala and Chiesa and Locatelli. Once they're out there together, I think we might start actually, that's such a country thing I was going to say. I think I was going to say, now you're cooking with oil or whatever you have. And I don't even say that kind of stuff. But I am excited to see what happens there with it. Let's see. AMR says Fugazi. Fugazi goals given by Tech. He still has Arsenal blood. Ronaldo will definitely leave after this. If I'm going to be honest, and I'm not trying to be that guy because we're going to talk about it in the next live here in a little bit. Ronaldo, you can do whatever you want at this point. I don't care. I moved on. I'm off of it. Moise says Alexandro made more back passes than forward. It's usually what he does. That is what Alexandro does, from what I recall. Oh, they should have played 4-3-3 format instead of 4-4-2. Did they? Wait. Did they play a 4-4-2? I thought they were in a 4-3-3. Am I wrong? Because I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe I'm wrong. You let me know. Whatever. Goku says, also the media is seriously annoying at this point. They leave Ronaldo at bench and they start again like Ronaldo wanted to leave. It doesn't seem like he wants to leave Juve after seeing a celebration. I don't know. Goku. We're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna jump that. I don't want to stick too much on Ronaldo right now. We're gonna talk about that here in like 20 minutes or so. Jump on the next live when we do that. But I don't know. Ronaldo, I have my feelings about what I feel like he wants to do. I could be wrong. But there's just a lot of body language and stuff I've seen over time. I'm not sure. I'm interested to see what you all think because I know a lot of stuff has been going on back and forth with it. We'll get into that here in a few minutes. Mike says, remember our manager said that he prefers him over Donut? Yeah, he did. I know. We're going to, like I said, next live, it'll be here in about 20 minutes or so. We're going to do a separate video live so that way people that only want to see that can talk about that stuff, and we'll get into that stuff. So make sure you pop over. It'll be just in a few minutes. But for right now, we're going to stick on the main team topics and our main bitching about what's going on with the team, to be honest. But I appreciate it. Even when we lost Donnarumma, why didn't we search for another keeper? Yeah, that was actually something that was a big part of my complaints or my kind of feelings is I think Juventus really messed up by keeping Padin instead of letting Torino, their keeper. Why am I blanking on his name? I'm so terrible with remembering on the spot. I know his name. Let's see. Sirigu. Sorry, I don't know why I tried to look it up. How did I forget that? I think Juventus should have gone after Sirigu. He wanted to. I mean, he moved anyway. He could have gone to Juventus for really cheap, and I think he's a solid keeper. I think he's way better than what you're getting from Padin and what you have at this moment. I would rather have Sirigu with the team. Guys, appreciate you joining us. If you haven't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us as a channel, and we'll continue doing these. Julian will be back, and I promise these will be way more fun when Julian's back, and we can actually flow off of each other a little bit more than just me talking at you guys. Let's see. And then Dax is asking, did Julian watch the game? He only just got married. He did watch the game. He was in our chat, our text message and all that stuff. We were going back and forth about it. He had some choice words for some players. I'll let him save that. He might be back early this week. I think either Monday or Tuesday, something like that. We'll see. But Julian will be back. He got married Saturday, but I think because of the whole Pandy situation, what have you, he's not doing a what's it called? A honeymoon right now, so he will be back with us soon. Yeah, sure. That is a good point. I honestly think at this point, as poor as Juventus is, and we're saying we are, I think you eat that because you get Donnarumma on a free, so you're not paying to buy him. I mean, yes, you're paying agent fees or whatever, but I think it would have been worth it. And then just try to push Szczesny out. And then I know it's not the most honorable thing to do, but I think you try to push Szczesny out, or you try to wait till his contract runs out, because losing out on Donnarumma wasn't just losing out on a solid keeper for the next year or two. You're losing out on a keeper for the future of the entire club for a long way going forward. So that's why you should have done that. At least I think so. Edgar says, I agree that Dybala in the second half came back too deep. He should remain in the final third. Yeah, absolutely. But he was still solid though. Fix hit the post twice, so not as if we weren't attacking on the attack or attacking. So the attack, especially the first half, is fine. And we introduced Chiesa, Locatelli, no problem. Remember, Allegri's slow to start. Yeah. Again, I don't think we can afford to be super slow to start though. Is my only issue. I know he's slow to start, but I just don't know. If that's something we can really rely on right now or, deal with. Yeah, that would have been fire. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Gaming Subway, I appreciate it. I think you're new here, or at least I haven't seen you comment before, so I appreciate it, Gaming Subway. If you haven't subscribed, I think maybe you had to subscribe if you're commenting on the channel. But they said that we need to, or on the chat, we need to decide our strongest lineup. Changing and experimenting every game is bad and costs chemistry. Decided to stick to lineup and sub when needed. Absolutely. Here's what I'm thinking. Gaming Subway. What I'm thinking what really happened is right now you've got players that are, coming back from, that just came back from vacation not too long ago. You've got all this stuff that's up in the air with Ronaldo or whatever players have you, or whatever have you. Yeah, I said it again. And then you also have the whole situation with Locatelli just now coming in. The reason that I'm so frustrated, or that I've been so frustrated with the Locatelli deal and not getting done sooner, because you have to work him in slowly and steadily. I think once he gets in, I think you have a more reliable lineup there going forward. You can have Locatelli in there. You can start Chiesa. I don't know if it was like a precautionary injury thing or whatever. Damn it, Joseph made me so freaking. I'm going to think of it every time I say whatever have you or whatever it is. Anyway, I don't know if it was a precautionary issue, but we'll see what it is going forward with him. But I do agree with you, absolutely. You have to stick with that one lineup and make sure they're good to go. I think we talked about it. I actually talked about it. If you haven't listened to yet, I joined. I was probably trash, but I was really, really lucky. I was basically a Make-A-Wish kid on joining the Turin Giants podcast with Farhad, and then Adam Digby was on there. So it was a pretty big guest for me to be sitting next to. Really cool experience. But I asked him, I was talking about with the health of the the defense, or not defensive line again. I'm thinking American football terms, but in the defensive backs, where you got so many health issues and so many injuries with Chiellini, De Ligt, Bonucci, of maybe working them and doing a rotation. So you can't really stick with that lineup, if that makes sense. But you can have, maybe you'll have De Ligt and Bonucci like you did today, and then maybe you switch it back next game. You have, or I know Chiellini came in, but then you can have starting. You can have De Ligt, Chiellini, and then the next game you have Chiellini, Bonucci, and then after that you got Chiellini, De Ligt, or Bonucci, whatever. Anyway, you know what I mean. Just keep switching that around, but overall you have similar kind of idea going forward. Sorry if I, whatever. If only PSG didn't get Donnarumma, maybe Juventus would have got him in the next few days. He was going to go somewhere. He was going to go somewhere. You had to get him wrapped up early. Joseph says having Ronaldo in the books is hurting the wallet of Juve to buy people. Absolutely. I mean, it's been that way for a while. But the thing is, normally, that's okay. And when I say that, I mean that's okay because Ronaldo would be doing Ronaldo things. Unfortunately, the way things have played out, not all Ronaldo's fault. There are plenty of players that are, not up to the level to help create for Ronaldo. I'll say that. I'm trying not to dig myself a grave right now with the Ronaldo fanboys. But yeah, it is an issue going forward. We'll see. That's the easiest way to try to curve that one a little bit so I don't get myself in trouble right now. Garpoon says, we really messed up tonight. I can't understand why Danilo played as midfielder. What was he? Let me make sure. I was watching it on the phone to begin with. I thought Cuadrado was playing up, and I thought Danilo was playing in the backs. Am I wrong there? Or did they move him up a little bit? Let me know if I was wrong on that situation, because I thought he was in the back. Let's see. Ronaldo fans brought the toxicity. It is what it is. I expect it at this point. Buffon isn't 2 times a goalkeeper. He's oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. Okay, cool. They did play a 4-4-2. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me know. That's how much sometimes that if I'm not paying full attention, I didn't even notice that. So yeah, that'll be something that we'll wait for Julian to come back, because Julian will rail on this and he will be real pissed that they played a 4-4-2. Maria, I don't know if you're still out there, if you're still watching it all, but Maria loved the 4-4-2, and Julian kind of basically was not very nice to her about the 4-4-2. So feel free to come back and yell at Julian. Can't wait for Lixon to come back mocking our team and players. Usually you can rely on Lixon. When is Rabiot back? I don't know. See, here's the thing, that I was confused on Rabiot, because Rabiot was the one that I was told that I thought was injured, and then everybody said, no, he's okay right now. It was very minor. So I thought he was back, and I thought he could actually play. So that's something to keep an eye on. I'm going to dig around and see if we're giving anything. So we're just giving Inter the title again. No. When I said that, I don't know if you were saying what I was saying earlier. No, we're not giving Inter the title. Or maybe you're just saying from the way it looks after this match. But I wasn't giving Inter the title when I said that. But I was just saying they looked more solid than obviously what we had going out there right now. All right. It was fun. Swap Donnarumma and Ronaldo. I don't think that's on the table. That's not on the table, guys. I wish it was. I mean, that would be fine with me. But then if you do, yeah, I mean, okay, yes, you could do that, because then you wouldn't have to have Ronaldo's wages anymore, like the same reason why we didn't sign Donnarumma to begin with. But, I mean, that's not going to happen. That's just a daydream. The fix is we need to work on defense, too, but it wasn't our first choice midfield by any means either. Absolutely not. I would really want to see what Locatelli looks like when he really gets into things and can actually be an integral piece of the midfield there. Juventus needs a new left back. I swear, people don't say, yes, I know Juventus needs a left back. I know it's not happening this year, guys, or it's not happening this Mercado. Calm down. I know we need a new left back. Sorry, but Juventus looks very disorganized when defending against Monza, Barca, Atalanta, and today. Think that is on Allegri. Tech is unusable. Juve should try to bring Onana from Ajax. Again, I don't watch a lot outside of Serie A, so I need to see more about Onana. I can't tell if that's just a niche, guy who likes Onana, or if that's actually something who's really solid that we could look at. Let me do a little bit more research into that one. Hanine says, come on, it's not about formation. Literally, the goalkeeper gets 2 goals. Yeah, that's kind of where I was sitting with this. I literally sat down and wanted to try to write out a whole idea and plan of, basically a plan of what to bitch about most. But honestly, it's all Tech's fault. This loss is on Tech, and to me, I don't think it's fair to put it on anybody else. Let's see. And then Superdog Bella went into a little bit deeper for me. He said, Juve played a 4-4-2. Dybala and Morata started up front. They should have played a 4-3-3 as they did against Atalanta. They're friendly with Dybala as a center forward and Ronaldo on the left wing, Chiesa right. Oh, duh. Sorry. My mind blanked. That makes sense, because I was thinking, I totally forgot that Chiesa didn't start, and with Ronaldo not playing, that makes sense. They wouldn't play a 4-3-3 then. Thank you. Thank you, Superdog Bella. Appreciate that. Is there a chance we can get a keeper this summer? I think that chance was getting Donnarumma, and I think that's basically it. I don't know. That's literally where we are now. Unfortunately, I think this is what we're stuck with, and Allegri better get something out of Donnarumma soon. Okay, Stephen says, we can even have the best midfield ever, but that won't do when Tech gives the goals points away, especially in the Champions League. Yeah, and that's why, again, I think today was a good way to refocus on our goals and our priorities when it comes to Juventus this year. And I think, to be honest, that's where we're at right now. We need to focus on not Champions League. Sorry, we need to focus on Serie A and winning Serie A and performing well in the Serie A. Then we can focus maybe more on. Yes, we want to more focus on. We want to do well in the Champions League regardless. You want to progress. When we're talking about winning Champions League, to me, I think that's just more of a daydream right now. I think that's something for a couple years, a year or two down the road. Seeing what happens after the season. Does that make sense to you guys? That's why I'm just focused on Serie A, winning the Scudetto again, getting that back and getting back on the right footing going forward. Let's see. Oh wait, sorry. Let me go back. We looked off in the second half. I didn't like the mentality that you scored 2 goals and stay chill. We need to just attack all the time like Inter did in the first game. Yeah, there is a bit of that there too. There's a lot of, I expected maybe to have a third goal before the first half ended. That didn't happen, but it did seem like they came in and they just like at first were sleepwalking through the second half, but also it looked like a different team. It looked like they were just expecting Udinese just to lie down and take it. I guess is one way to say it. Team also lacks a proper attacking midfielder. That's true. Honey, in the second half when Ramsey went out, Dybala was moved to Regista. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay, Superdog Bella said, "Hey guys, as much as I hate drop points, it's only the first game. It's better we drop the points now than later on. Hope Juve can learn from this formation change and be calm. Allegri will get it right." The one thing I will do, I agree with you, but I also disagree with you. And the reason I disagree with you is we saw what happened last year. We dropped points early, and then we dug ourselves a hole that we were trying to dig out all year, and we never really got out of. So that's my problem. I don't think we can do this. If it's only this match, it's fine, but we cannot do that. If we're seeing the same thing 2 to 3 minutes, or 3 minutes, 3 games in a row, I'm not hopeful for our potential going forward. But it's a different coach. I came in here, literally I took notes in the first half, and I think my notes were literally like, wow, isn't it good to have and this is not to disparage Andrea Pirlo at all, but to say, isn't it good to have a experienced coach back? And and I'm glad I didn't write that out. Glad I didn't have that one processed and good to go when I started this. Shaquille, no. Muhammad, no. Stop spamming. Anyway, Gaming Subway said that CR7 was offside. Was really painful. Robbed. Yeah, that was a shame. I was gonna have to bend the knee a little bit and say, and thank him for that, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Dax said we were all confident Juventus would win, but we underestimated Udinese. I don't know that it was underestimating Udinese, to be honest. I think it was honestly just Juventus. Szczesny shot Juventus in the foot. That's really what it was to me. Edgar, I do not see De Ligt renewing his contract. He will want to leave. I don't know about that. Nothing about De Ligt really shows to me that he wants to be out of the club at this point. That's where I am. I don't really think that is the case for right now. Shaquille Muhammad, here's the thing. Please don't get banned again. We already had to time you out. Don't do this again. Please don't do this again. Anyway. Dax, we lost a lot of points because no offense. We had Pirlo. He was brand new to his job and didn't have much experience. Now we have Allegri back, 2-time Champions League finalist and 5-time Scudetto. Yeah, that's fine. that's fine. I agree. Okay. Gokul says, what Kulusevski did the whole game was to lose the ball. Yeah. That's something I want to bring up to Julian, because Julian's very high on Kulusevski, and I'm still not. I'm still not really seeing a lot there from him at Juventus. We said PSG outplayed Juventus in their domain on signing free agents. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to read a couple more, and then we're going to wrap this one up, and then we're going to jump into the Ronaldo one, because I want to talk that one here in just a sec. Jose said, dropping points at the beginning of the season against average 4 teams created psychological burden that the players could not overcome last season. Fair. That's fair. And you didn't have a coach really to lead them out of that. That's true. I just don't want to see more of it. Don't make me live through that. That's all I'm asking, If you haven't, guys, please hit that like button. If you're new here, hit subscribe button. We're going to jump into the Ronaldo story here in just a sec. It's going to be on the next live video, which will be starting here momentarily. Mr. Dax says we're not going to win every game. Yeah, that's true, but you win this game, right? If you win the first game, you should beat Udinese. That should be a level of a team that you do defeat. Gaming Services, I think we will improve and bang in next match. It's just our first game. That's fair. Fix. Allegri is a great motivator. Absolutely. Guys, I appreciate it. Let's go ahead. There's really not a lot more to say about this when it comes to this issue, but let's go ahead and let's do the next live stream, which we'll start almost immediately after this. Just got to grab my graphics real quick, and we're going to talk about the Ronaldo situation, everything that was going to go on with that, and what do we have, what are the latest rumors. I want to hear your all's opinions on Ronaldo. You're usually not shy about giving them, either if you're a Ronaldo fan or not. stick with us. Let's jump into that now. We will be right back. So, but until then, Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. Hopefully the next game we do better than this one did. Peace, guys.